ahead in our journey of Chaitanya Charitamrita. So every Wednesday in this particular timing, 1 hour of Chaitanya Charitamrita reading we will all do, so that we get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki jai. So dear devotees, I request you all, if possible, turn on your videos. That way I feel encouraged. So we have discussed the Adi Leela, we have discussed the Madhya Leela. All the discussions are available online. Please go ahead and see them in the playlist. We'll share with all of you, anybody who needs. So we're in chapter number 8. Initially, when Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya met Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his goal was to convert him. What is this? He's taken the name of Sri Krishna Chaitanya, the Brahmachari name. He has got initiated in some Bharati Sampradaya. I want to give him sannyas initiation in Mayavadi Saraswati Sampradaya. Let us elevate his standard and make him a first-class Vedantist. Because after all, he is a young 24-year-old boy. His senses may not be controlled. So thus Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya thought that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu should study the Vedanta. So after 7 days and 7 nights, Mahaprabhu heard the Vedanta. 8th day there was a discussion between them, and he completely transformed Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Then when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu decided to go on a South Indian tour, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya told Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that initially I used to associate with one Vaishnava. His name was Ramanand Rai. I did not appreciate him much because I was Mayavadi and I was not devotee. But after having come to your association, I realized that he is really a very great soul, and he is an expert in Krishna Ras. So you can discuss a lot of Rasic topics and you both will love each other's company. So please, when you go ahead, please meet this personality. So as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is traveling in the South India, he is delivering all the South Indian people of South India. So I was just having a discussion, how much people of South India got delivered. I studied in South India for my engineering. Just in my class of 100 students of mechanical engineering, there were 8 boys whose name was Chaitanya. But very unfortunately, they didn't know the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but their names were Chaitanya. That is the situation. But nevertheless, if you see here, Sri Chaitanya was very merciful. He gave everybody love of Godhead. Anybody who would see him, would listen to him, would be touched by him, they would get Krishna Prem. And in turn, they would go penetrate deeper into the villages and touch others, see others, chant for others, and give them Krishna Prem. So like this, wholesale Krishna Prem was being delivered. Mahaprabhu was very, very merciful to South India. And then when he came and reached the banks of river Godavari, this beautiful place called Rajmundry, over here he has a discussion with Ramanand Rai. So I'm just going to sum up the discussion of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramanand Rai, and then we'll begin from where we left. For some of you, you all may think, Prabhuji, this is somewhere in between. Come on, sweet you eat in the beginning, you eat in the end, or you eat in between. Wherever you taste sweet from, sweet is always sweet. So please taste this wonderful Bengali sweet, the real Bengali sweet of Chaitanya Charitamrita, right? And all other discussions, I guess, in the playlist you can all check out. We just have only 125 discussions. Only 125. Yesterday I got a feedback that, Prabhuji, we went through your playlist. You don't complete any book. Will you complete NOD? I said every book will be completed. Your feedback is taken. I have taken your feedback and put in my bead bag. Yes, do not worry. We'll complete everything. Whatever we have started, everything will be completed by Lord's mercy. Right? So please relish this wonderful nectar. And our whole purpose, because the deliverer in the age of Kali is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is our deliverer. And it's very important that all the Vaishnavas, we take shelter. Because he has told, Ahameva kalau vipra nityam prachanna vigraha bhagavad bhakta rupena lokan rakshami sarvada. So especially for all of us, he has come. Just for all of us, Kali Yuga souls. So we need to develop devotion to Mahaprabhu, and then that is the only way to become a devotee in today's day and age of Kali. So let us develop. So more we have to know about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Alright. So what was the discussion so far? So initially Mahaprabhu asked, so please tell me. So the Mahaprabhu asked to Ramananda Rai, tell me the essence of all Shastras. So Ramananda Rai says that Varnashram Dharma, he quotes Vishnu Puran and says Varnashram Dharma is the way of life. That is what Shastra says. Mahaprabhu said, Eho Bahya. He doesn't say this is incorrect. He says this is external. But I want you to go deeper. What's the core? And then Ramananda Rai says, Krishna Karmarpanam. Yat karoshi, yat ashnasi, yat juhosi, tadasiyat. So one by one level the discussion is getting deep. One by one layer is getting peeled and we are getting into the inner core. Krishna Karmarpanam. He says this is also external. Yes, it's correct. We should offer karmas to Krishna. But this is all Eho Bahya. Arka Rai. Go ahead. Keep peeling and going deeper. Then he says karma tyag, sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vaja. This is the essence of all scriptures. He says, yes, this is also bahya. One has to renounce, but this is also bahya. Can you imagine the crux and the climax of Bhagavad Gita? Mahaprabhu says is bahya. Arkaharai. Then he speaks about Jnana Mishra Bhakti. Yes, devotional mixed with Jnana. Eho bahya. And then he speaks about Jnana Shunya Bhakti, where the Shuddha Bhakti begins. Jnane Prayasamud Udapasya Namanti Eva Jivanti Sanmukaritam Bhavagiya Varta Sthane Stita Shrutigatam Tanuvak Manobhir Yaprayaso Vajita Jito Apitraistrilokyam. So from Jnana Mishra to Jnana Shunya Bhakti, that is Shuddha Bhakti. What about this? Mahaprabhu smiles. Eho Haya. Okay, good. But still go ahead. Enter the real thing. Now we have entered Shuddha Bhakti. Go ahead now. Then he speaks about Prema Bhakti. Yes, not just Shuddha Bhakti, Prema Bhakti with deep love. And then Mahaprabhu is in ecstasy, go deeper. Then he explains about the different rasa. He explains about the Dasya Bhav. Go ahead, deeper. Then he explains about Sakya Bhav. Yes, very good, go deeper. Then he is explaining about the Vatsalya Bhav. And that discussion on the Vatsalya Bhav is the place where we left last time, and we are going to continue from there. I am not the co-host. I'll not be able to share. Hare Krishna. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya. Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya. Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So now this particular shloka comes in the 10th canto Bhagavatam, again glorifying the Vatsalya Ras. Nemam virincho na bhavo na shrirapyanga samshraya prasadam lebire gopi yattat prapa vimuktidat. This is a beautiful shloka. This is 10th canto Srimad Bhagavatam, 9th chapter, 20th verse. This is something immediately after the Damodar Leela. Damodar Leela. Yes. So, na imam. See, this kind of love, yeah, this kind of favor, this kind of love, this kind of reciprocation. Na imam, this kind of love, this kind of reciprocation, virinchaha, Brahma never got. Na virincha. Brahma didn't get this. Na bhavo. Bhava is Shiva. Na bhavo. Even Shiva did not get. Na Shri. Not even the wife. Not even his wife. Vishnu's wife, Shri Lakshmi. She also could not get. Although, api anga samshrayaha. Lakshmi, where is she staying? Anga. She's staying on the chest of Krishna as the golden hair. Na Shri Rapyanga Samshaya, despite having taken shelter of Krishna's chest, Mother Lakshmi has not got this kind of love. Prasade lebire gopi, this gopi, Mother Yashoda, prasad, she has got that mercy. Lebire, she has obtained it. Yatta prapta vimuktidat. Krishna is not called as It's not Vimukti Dat means who gives a Vishesha Rupena Mukti, who gives a special liberation. Very, very special liberation. Liberation Acharyas are not interested. Our Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas mention only about 4 types of liberation. Salokya Sarishti Samipya Sarupya Ekattvamapyuta Niyamanam na Grinanti Vinamatsevanam Jana. Sayujya Mukti is discarded, useless, because you lose your identity. How can you serve Krishna? How can you love Krishna? Useless. Sarupya, yeah, same form of Lord, no problem. Salokya, staying in same planet of Lord, very good. Samipya, staying very close to Lord and serving personally, excellent. Sarishti, having opulences like the Lord to serve the Lord, yes. Without having opulences like the Lord, we will not be able to serve the Lord. Excellent. These 4 liberations, very good. Sayujya, nonsense. Losing one's existence. Bogus. So they don't consider that. Our acharyas even don't count the Shantaras. Shantaras, what Shantaras? There is no seva. No Shanti. We don't want Shanti, we want seva. So they only 4 ras and only 4 liberations. That's how Chaitanya Charitamrita glorifies. Wow. Yattat prapta vimuktida, the person who gives the special type of liberation, he has given the special love and reciprocation to this gopi. Yes, so how is that? Krishna agreed to be bound up by Mother Yashoda. Yes, it was this is the shloka. So matu svinna gatraya vistrishta kabarasvaja drishtva parishramam Krishna kripayasit subandhanai. Damodar Leela. Drishtva parishramam, Krishna saw, oh, my mother is working so hard. She is sweating. So matru svinna gatraya vistrishta kabarasvaja drishtva parishramam Krishna kripayasit. So he gave her mercy and he bound up himself. Actually, 2 Shaktis were fighting. Lord's Aishwarya Shakti saying, my Lord can never be bound up. On the other hand, Kripa Shakti was saying, no. But she's having a lot of ecstasy. Mother Yashoda is into so much of pain. She's sweating. She's done a lot of hard work. No, we have to bind. And finally, who won? Kripa Shakti, Aishwarya Shakti. Who won the competition? Kripa Shakti always wins the competition. She is most powerful. That is why it is said, Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu. So Kripa Shakti wins, Aishwarya Shakti loses, and Krishna is bound. So after just see, so when Shukadeva Goswami is seeing this pastime, he is seeing it he is visualizing and speaking all these things. So he is observing this pastime and he is speaking to Parikshit Maharaj. While meditating on Mother Yashoda, he quotes this verse, which glorifies Vatsalya Ras. Now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very happy. Now what is he going to tell to Ramanand Rai? Let's see. प्रभु कहे एहो उत्तम आगे कह आर राय कहे कांत प्रेम सर्व साध्य सार. Mahaprabhu had asked, what is the ultimate sadhya? What is the goal? So now here, Prabhu kahe. Now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling, Eho Uttam, this is excellent, very good. Previously he was telling Eho Haya, this is also there. But now he's saying Eho Uttama, this is very good. But aage kaha, go ahead, go beyond this, go deeper. And Rai kahe Kanta Prema. Kanta means what? Prabhupada says Kanta, of course, is love, but it's a love between husband and wife. And he says Sarva Sadhya Sar. So loving Krishna like a husband, the conjugal affection for Krishna. This is the topmost love. Yes. Now here, if you see, what is the difference? Generally, the love of God, general prema in seva, somebody who is in dasya, that intimacy of owner, Krishna is mine, hey, Krishna is mine, that feeling is not there in servitude. So servitude always wants that confidentiality. But if you see Sakhyaras, and Sakhyaras is friendship, and Vatsalyaras, which is parenthood, fraternal love. So that affection is increased. Krishna is my friend, Krishna is my child, and that increases that affection. But nonetheless, there is a want of complete freedom. Yes. So this Kanta Prem, or becoming a conjugal lover of Krishna, everything that is lacking in other relationship, that is there in the Kanta Prem. So love of Godhead in Kanta's Prem, that is the conjugal love, that doesn't have anything missing. There is nothing missing here. So parental love is more than Sakyaras, definitely. But conjugal love is highest. And that is why he said, you go to speak about this. So now he's quoting with proof. Nayam Shriyong Unitantarate Prasadaha Swaryoshitam Nalina Gandharucham Kutonyah Rasotsavesya Bhujadanda Grihita Kanta Labdha Shisham Yadugadgadvaja Sundarinam. What is spoken here? See, here it is said, when Lord Sri Krishna was in the Rasa Leela, yes, he was in the Rasutsave, and Asya Bhuja Danda Grihita Kantha. Yes, the gopis were embraced around the neck by the Lord's arms. Bhuja Danda. Bhuja is hands, Danda Kantha. Bhuja Danda Kantha. So he had embraced everybody with his hand like this in the Rasotsave. And what happened? What is so special? Na ayam Shriya ange u nitantarate. Although Shriya, Krishna is called a Shriyapati. He is the husband of goddess of fortune. She is staying on the anga of Lord. Nitantarate. They are very intimate. But prasadasa na ayam. He has never ever given such favor to he, Mother Lakshmi, or anybody else, the other consorts in the spiritual world. The spiritual world, Lakshmi Sahasra Sata Sambrama Sevemanam. There are hundreds and thousands of Lakshmis. Yes. They are all having the aroma of Nalina Gandha. Their bodies have the aroma of the lotus flowers. That's the beauty of heavenly girls. Their bodily luster and aroma resembles both their Kanti as well as Gandha. Both are like lotus flowers, heavenly lotus flowers. That's how they are. So even such heavenly girls like Urvashi, Ramba, Menaka, these all girls even cannot imagine such a thing, to get an embrace by the Supreme Lord. But this was which the gopis got. Then what to speak of so-called beauties of this world? What to speak of those people will get mercy? Nothing. So this verse was spoken by Uddhava. This comes in the Bhagavatam. Uddhava spoke this to when he was delivering a message of Krishna to gopis. So Uddhava remained there in Vrindavan. He wanted to observe gopis. He also understood this, the love that gopis have. He recognized there is nothing missing in their love. Yes, there is nothing missing. And especially the ecstatic love that they have in separation. Yeah. So after he saw the Viraha Bhav, then he appreciated their supreme love and he expressed his feelings. So he admitted that gopis are surely more fortunate than even the goddess of fortune. What to speak about the heavenly planet girls or the other earthly girls? What to speak of them? So, yeah. So this is a proof that they are highest. तासामाविर्भूत शौरी स्मयमान मुखाम्बुजः पीताम्बरधरः सुरग्वी साक्षात् मन्मथ. This is also a very amazing verse that comes in the Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto. So when this happens, now this is again in the Ras Leela, dance was going on, Krishna suddenly disappears. And as soon as Krishna disappears, the gopis' separation increases so intensely, the love for him. Because of that particular love, Krishna was forced to come back again. Yes, so there is this verse. That is the context of this verse. Krishna disappeared because he saw one tinge. I had gone to Vrindavan Yatra, so one of my friends who was taking me across the banks of Yamuna, He said there are many ghats here. He has been going to Vrindavan since childhood. So he was telling there is one ghat called Andheri Ghat. So in that ghat, what had happened was you have seen catching game, blindfold catching game. You blindfold a person and you have to catch. So Krishna blindfolded himself and he was trying to catch the gopis and he couldn't catch. Krishna failed. And Krishna took out his blindfold and he told the gopis that in future one day I will disappear, you guys will not be able to find me. So yeah, that happened in the Ras Leela. Then Krishna disappeared. Of course, the reason for Krishna's disappearance is very deep. He could see there was a tinge of pride in the gopis, considering that they have Krishna now. Krishna is with me. And Krishna cannot tolerate the slightest pride in the mind of his devotees, so he just disappears. But then he's forced to come back. Yes, so what is that? Tasam Avirbhut Shauri. Shauri is Krishna, that brave personality. Avirbhut. Avirbhav or Avirbhut means he appeared. Tasam, among all these gopis. And Smayamana Mukha Ambuja. And how was his lotus face? His lotus face was smiling. With a smiling lotus face he appeared. Pitambaradhara, wearing yellow garments. And Sragvi, garlanded with flowers. Shakshat Manmata Manmatha. That person who can even bewilder the Cupid. Manmath. Cupid is called Manmatha. Manmatha means what? Manmatha means a person who bewilders your mind. Manmatha. That a person is called as Cupid. So we can find this. Some attractive opposite gender somebody comes, the mind is immediately bewildered. Yes, the person gets bewildered totally. And this particular bewilderment can be seen. So that is Manmatha, influence of Cupid. But Krishna is Madana Mohana. He bewilders even the Cupid. And our Radharani is Madana Mohana Mohini. Right. Krishna Praptira Upaya Bahuvidahaya. Krishna Prapti Taratmaya Bahuta Achaya. So now after he first showed how gopis have got that fortune which even Lakshmi didn't have, and the intensity of the separation, how Krishna immediately appeared. So here what is it said? Krishna Praptir Upaya, the means to achieve Krishna, the methods. Bahuvidahai, there are many ways. But Krishna Prapti Taratmaya Bahuta Ichchaya. So, but not all methods are same. You can compare. Everyone has different degree of importance. So although methods are many, there are few. Just like for example, we are traveling from one point to another point. So there are many ways to reach from point A to point B. But what we look for the shortest way. We look for a way where there is no traffic jam. We see all these considerations, right? So similarly, we can find here that, yeah, comparative way, there is a difference. Next. किंतु यार यही रस से सर्वोत्तम ततस्त हय विचारे ले आचे तारतम. So he said, whatever relationship a devotee has, किंतु यार यही रस से सर्वोत्तम. Whatever relationship a devotee has with the Lord, the rasa, that it is true, that is best for that devotee. Still, tatastha haya vicharile ache taratama. You become tatastha. You forget your rasa, what rasa you are in. Every devotee thinks I am in the best rasa. My service is best service. But take a tatastha, middle point, or take a neutral point of view. Take unbiased view. Then we can really understand ache, tara and tama. There are definitely higher and lower levels, tar, tama. High and low degrees are there. Correct, low and high degrees. So, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he tells that we cannot whimsically concoct rasas, but we have to read the Shastras and understand the recommendations. So we have to understand the rasas based on Shastras. Shruti Smriti Puranadi Pancharatra Vidim Vina Aikantiki Harin Bhaktir Utpata Eva Kalpate. One must always refer to the Vedic literatures. Everyone thinks, oh, I feel Krishna is my child, I feel Krishna is my friend, I feel Krishna is my lover. That's all right. That's all totally fine. But our bhakti should be based on Shastras. If our bhakti is Shruti, Smriti, Puranadi, Pancharatri, Vidim Vina, if you are not following the Vidhi, the regulative principles mentioned in all these Shastra, Aikantiki Hari Bhakti, your own independent bhakti, Utpata eva kalpate. It will simply create disturbance in your mind and disturbance to the society also. Right? So it is very important that one should accept a bona fide spiritual master, and under the guidance of spiritual master one should practice by the sadhana bhakti, understand the higher realms what we are doing, and then keep progressing. Yeah? And one should never become independent of the Shastras and become a so-called guru and mislead others. No, we should not do that. Don't do mental speculation. So, unfortunately, in the Chaitanya line, there were many kinds of apasampradayas. There are 13 upper sampradayas. That's why we sing, na? Madhurya Ujjvala Premadya Sri Rupanuga Bhaktida Sri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Sri Murti Dinatarine Rupanuga Viruddhapa Siddhanta Dvantaharine Apasiddhanta Dvantaharine. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he kicked out and defeated, he broke the spine of all the upper sampradayas. And mainly why upper sampradayas, unauthorized parties they develop? By not following Guru Sadhu Shastra properly. Aula, Baula, Karta Bhaja, Neda, Daravesha, Sani, Sahajiya, Shakibedi, Smarta, Jat Gosai, Ativadi, Chaudadhari, and Gauranga Nagri. So some of the most prominent I'll mention. Sahajiya. Sahajiyas, they don't practice Vaidhi Bhakti. They directly think they are become Raganuga Bhaktas. And they don't do deity worship, they don't get up for morning. They chant whenever they want, they cry and make a show of their bhakti. And they are at the same time they are addicted to all sinful habits. Shaki Beki. Shaki Beki is basically they call each other Sakhis and they think they are Sakhi. They have become a Sakhi of Lord Krishna. This is also Apasampradaya. You look at how Rupa Goswami and Sanatan behaved. The behavior of 6 Goswamis is very important. Although they were Manjaris, they showed us the right behavior. We cannot artificially think that I have become a Sakhi of Lord, calling each other Sakhis. Yes? So this is nonsense. Then there is Jat Gosai. Jat Gosai is caste Goswami. If you are born in Nityananda Vamsha, Advaita Vamsha or Goswami Vamsha, only then you can become Guru. Otherwise you cannot become a spiritual master. That is their philosophy. Smarta Brahman. Smarta people are saying that only if you are born in Brahman family, you can be a Guru or a priest. That is called Smarta. These are there. Now Gauranga Nagri. Gauranga Nagri worship Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Madhurya Ras. They have conjugal love for Mahaprabhu. This is all because of misunderstanding Shastra. Yes. So we have to be careful about all these things. Yeah. Very careful. So what is the purport? Why this being discussed? We have to know the comparative positions of mellows. Yes. Shanta, Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, Madhura in increasing levels. But at the same time, one should not think, okay, now choose the correct rasa. Choose whatever rasa. No, you can only take shelter of such rasa once one has been completely cleansed of all anarthas. When that stage comes at prema. The stage where one is completely free, because anarth nivritti happens in 5 stages. Eka deshavartini, bahu deshavartini. There is prayaki, purna, atyantiki. The first anarth nivritti happens at the stage of, that's called anarth nivritti. You give up gross bad habits. That is Eka Deshavartini. Then Bahu Deshavartini. At the stage of Nishtha, almost 75% anarthas are gone. Then there is Prayaki. At the stage of Ruchi and Asakti, Almost it's gone. Then at the stage of bhava, it's purna. But still at the stage of bhava, those offenses which are committed to Vaishnava aparad doesn't go away. The Vaishnava aparad anarthas go away. That is the stage of prema. That is when one is fully free from all contamination. Then one can talk about rasa. So rasa tattva is applicable only beyond the stage of prema. But we are all still struggling with anarthas. Why? Because we are not chanting properly and we are chanting offensively. Aparadhanam. From aparadhanam we have to go to shuddhanam. From shuddhanam we have to go to premnam. So yet at least we should not commit offenses while chanting. If we take care of this, we will experience the purification. Yes. So this Swarupa Siddhi will happen. Sometimes some bogus people, they give Swarup Pranali. Your Swarup Pranali, you are today a peacock in Golok Vrindavan. Hari Bol! So please keep dancing. Tomorrow dress like peacock and come. Some say you are a monkey in Golok Vrindavan. Hari Bol! So dress like monkey and come tomorrow and make sounds like monkey. That is your sadhana. So these kind of, I'll definitely be taking questions towards the end. Yeah, I will take. The flow gets interrupted, right? So I'll keep going. So comparative study of rasa is very important. Yes. So we can definitely compare and study the rasa and understand the Madhurya Bhakti is the highest. I'll just show you. Yeah, one by one. So we've discussed this earlier in the previous classes, but it was quite some time back. So yeah. If you look at the Shantaras, they have the quality of knowledge of Krishna. You can note this down. Shantaras has knowledge of Krishna. They have detachment from Maya. But what is missing? Missing is no service. There is no active service. And the example of Shantaras is 4 Kumaras. They are the example. And they could not proceed beyond Shantaras because of offense they committed to Jai and Vijay. Then comes Dasyaras. Dasyaras has a unique feature of Maryada, reverence, yes, loyalty, obedience, and Shantara. Whatever Shantaras also has. Shantaras has qualities, two qualities. Knowledge, detachment. Gyan, Vairagya. But now they have already the qualities of previous Shantaras, but they get 2 more qualities, which is loyalty and obedience. Dasyaras has obedience to Lord, they follow the Lord, and they have loyalty for the Lord. That loyalty is there. And then what is the problem? The problem is there is no equality with the Lord, there is no joke with the Lord, there is no joking, it's very serious. So Krishna has certain friends like Chitraka, Raktraka and Patraka. These are the friends. One friend carries the lunchbox, another friend decorates Krishna's body, another friend carries Krishna's, makes Krishna wear shoes. So Mother Yashoda gives service to these 3 Gopas. They are actually in Dasya. They take care of Krishna's other services. But there is no joking, there is no equality with them. So that is a missing thing. But they feel complete, they are very happy. But if you take from neutral point of view, they will feel that. What about Sakyaras? Sakyaras has one more, so it has the 4 qualities which are there in Dasyaras, which is what? Knowledge, detachment, loyalty, obedience, but one more quality gets added, which is intimacy, Vishramba. Intimacy. So now Krishna plays with them, jokes with them, they eat in the same plate, they eat each other's juta. In spiritual world, all this is allowed. Don't do here. So this problem with these Saki Bekis, they start doing these things here only. They think they have reached the spiritual world. Fools. So limitation is there is no parental affection. That parental affection for Krishna is not there. There is no romantic intimacy. That kind of intimacy is not there. Example are Sridama, Sudama, Madhumangal, Stoka Krishna, Ujjwal, all of them. Vatsalya Ras. So Vatsalya Ras has one extra quality which is protective affection for Krishna. That is intense. The Gopas don't have that. They take tension for Krishna. Hey, what will happen to Krishna's meals? What about his prasad? Gopas are not bothered, they play. But they have that caring feeling. Oh, we have to protect Krishna. That's why the meditation is more. Especially when Krishna goes to the forest of Vrindavan. Every day, Mother Yashoda, she tells, there's a beautiful Tamil poetry. I'll just see if we can play this. Okay, because YouTube rules, we cannot play this. But somebody can remind me. There's a beautiful dance which is done. There's a very beautiful dance. And I think our Meenakshi Krishna Pradap will know this song. So this particular song is Maadi Meekum Kanna Unna Poga Vendan Sonne. Maade Meekum Kanna Unna Poga Venda Sonne. See, she's a very worried about Krishna. You don't go to forest today, you don't go to play. Kachinu palu tare, kalukandu chini tare. I will give you this milk and tal mishri very nicely. And you do not go, she says. And then what does Krishna says? Kachinu palu menda, kalkandam chini menda. But I want to go. So then Mother Yashoda says that you go there to the banks of Yamuna. There are lot of thieves and thugs which are there. They will loot you of everything. And he says, I will beat them up very nicely. Krishna says, I will beat everyone nicely and finish them. And I am the best thief of all the thieves. I am the best thief. So that's this beautiful dance. I'll share this YouTube link with all of you. Can watch this. Very very soothing to heart. You'll all enjoy it. But somebody has to remind me like that. So that particular intense care for Krishna. Oh Krishna, don't go. That is not there. Yes, so that is not there. So even in Vatsalya there are levels. I was there in this Vrindavan Yatra. There Maharaj was talking about the different levels. The highest in Vatsalya is Mother Yashoda. She gets the topmost rank. So that's why Yashoda is given as the example. So there are different devotees in Vatsalya. There are 10 devotees compared to Vatsalya. Yashoda Maya gets the first rank. So that, but Vatsalya also lacks something. Rup Goswami mentions this actually. In Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, those of you coming for that lecture, you will understand this. He gives in different levels. Yeah. So there are order in which Rupa Goswami gives this particular. We'll study there that time. In parental affection. But what is the problem in parental affection? What is the one thing that is missing? There is no romantic feeling. That is missing. Yes, the romantic intimacy is not there. So thus, if you look at Madhurya Ras, it has all 7 qualities. It has knowledge, detachment, it has loyalty, obedience, it has the intimacy, that is Vishram, jokes and all, that is there, Vishramba. And it also has protective affection and romantic feelings. That's why Madhurya is the highest. Right? यथोत्तरमसंस्वाद विशेषोल्लासमय्यपि रतिर्वासनया स्वाद्वी भासते कापि कस्यचित्. So increasing love is experienced in various stages, one above the other. But if you see that's what we have discussed. Bhasate kapi kasyachit. Conjugal love has all qualities. That's what is mentioned. So all the 7 qualities are there. You all remember this? Try. Start with Shanta 2. Dasya 2 more. At least number of qualities you can remember. This is there in 1.7.10 purport. You can read this. More details are given. Then Sakhya, Vatsalya and Madhurya. Next. पूर्व पूर्व रसेर गुण परे परे हय दुई तीन गणने पंच पर्यतन बड़ा बाड़य. Previous, a simple thing. Previous rasas contain the qualities, that is the next rasa contains the qualities of previous rasas. And then it goes from 2 to 3 up to the point of 5 qualities. गुणाधिक्ये स्वादाधिक्ये बड़े प्रति रसे शांतदास्य सख्य वात्सल्य गुण मधुरे ते वैसे. So gunadikya, the more the gunas, more the qualities. We already discussed this. Yes. Swadadikya, this increases the taste. The taste increases. Pratirase. So prasirase, that the taste will keep increasing. How? Shanta dasya sakya vatsalyara gunya madhuryera. Let's say till the time you go to madhurya, the qualities keep increasing. आकाशादीर गुण येन पंच परभूते दुईति न क्रमे बाड़े पंच पृथ्वीते. Same example is given of the elements. If you see what is the subtlest element among the Panch Mahabhut? The Kham, Akash. So Akash has what quality? Akash has quality of sound. Then what is next? Next is Vayu, air. Air has quality of sound and touch. Then comes fire. Fire has sound, touch and form. Then comes water. Water has sound, touch, form and taste. And then Prithvi, earth has sound, form, touch, taste and smell. Got it? So same way we find that the rasas also keep increasing. परिपूर्ण कृष्ण प्राप्ति एयी प्रेम हईते एयी प्रेमार वश कृष्ण कहे भागवते. परिपूर्ण कृष्ण प्राप्ति, complete attainment of Krishna is possible only by prema. एयी प्रेमार वश कृष्ण कहे भागवते. That's what this Krishna is completely captivated with the standard of love, especially the Madhurya Bhakti. This is what Bhagavatam says. Okay, so especially Madhurya Bhav, Shringar Ras, it's called a Shringar Ras. This is the climax of Bhagavatam, Shringar Ras, because in Shringar Ras, Krishna is totally under control, because the romantic feeling is also there. So he's completely under control of them. Krishna, and that control we saw in the Ras Leela, Krishna disappeared, he immediately came. Yes, so here, even in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu class, we saw Radha Preyan Vidur Jayati. So Krishna pleases Srimati, he is subordinate to Srimati Radharani. In fact, in Pavan Sarovar, one Leela happens. The Leela is Krishna and Radharani both are swimming underneath the water. It cannot happen publicly, but Krishna goes and takes the dust of Srimati Radharani. Right? Now comes in the 10th canto, one more verse is coming. Let's see what Krishna is saying. मयिर भक्तिर्हि भूतानाम अमृतत्वाय कल्पते दिष्ट्या यदासीन मत्स्नेहो भवती नाम मदापना. So what is Krishna told the gopis? Now this Krishna is talking to gopis in Kurukshetra. They had gone for the solar eclipse. 10th canto 82nd chapter. There it comes. So he tells in this particular shloka what is the fulfillment of human form. Yes, what is the aim of human life? And the aim of human life can only be attained by Mai Bhaktir Hi Bhutanam. Yes, all the living entities, my bhakti, by doing my bhakti, Amritatvaya Kalpate, they get an eternal life. Dishtya, by good fortune, Asin Mat Sneho, affection for me, Bhavati Nam Mad Apana. So somehow, right, you are all very fortunate somehow that you are having this wonderful favor. You are my favor of doing bhakti to me, and you are all engaged in my service, and yeah, you are all engaged in my bhakti so nicely, because this is the only way to get transferred to the spiritual world and attain an eternal life of Satchidananda. So here two words, bhakti and amritatva. Bhakti is devotional service, and amritatva is eternal life. That is also devotional service. You continue devotional service there. Bhakti is means and end, both. Next. कृष्णेर प्रतिज्ञा दृढ़ सर्व काले आछे ये आछे भजे कृष्ण तारे भजे ताइछे. Krishnera pratignya dhrida. Krishna has made a promise, dhrida promise. So every day when we decorate the Lord, we do the Shodash Upchar. One of the Upchar is Upavit. Even Krishna has sacred thread. Now if you've seen, Krishna has sacred thread. He has the Jenu Upavit. First of all, what is the purpose of Jenu? The purpose of Jenu Upavit is, Prabhupada says, that Jenu means you have a spiritual master. And if you have a spiritual master means you have definitely taken some vows to the spiritual master. That is the significance of Jenu. So even then why Krishna has the Jenu? Krishna has the Jenu because devotee reminds Krishna of his vows. Hey, you also take it. Pratikya tava govinda name bhakta pradashyati. Even Krishna has taken vow. My devotee shall never perish. That's a vow of devotee. He also has taken vow. Yes, so Krishna has made God. This is called God promise. Have you seen kids playing? They say God promise. Tell me God promise. This is God promise. So Krishna has made this promise, God's promise. What is that? The promise is Sarva Kali Ache. This is promise for all time to come. It will never change. That is his Dhrida Pratignya. Ye yaiche bhaje, Krishna tare bhaje taiche. Yes. Anyone who renders service to him, Krishna correspondingly gives him equal success in bhakti. That means Krishna ye yathamam prapadyante tam sataiva bhajamyam is reciprocal. Krishna is reciprocal. Yeah. So it is very foolish to say that you can worship Krishna in any form, whichever form you like. You can worship him, whichever form you like, whichever name, and you get that ultimate result. Yathomat tatopat. This is not correct. Yes, we can never manufacture our way of worship. So worship cannot be manufactured; it has to be accepted. And what is Krishna telling very clearly? No karma, no jnana, no dhyana, bhakti. Yes, bhakti is the way. That is the main point. Prabhupada is mainly in the purport defeating this idea of yathomat tatopat. That's why he says yanti deva varta devan pitrin yanti pitrvata bhutani yanti bhuteje yanti madhyajinopi mam. You worship Krishna, you will live with Krishna and serve Krishna. That is our goal. On the other hand, you worship demigods. What does he say about demigod worship? Kama istaiste ritajnana prapadyante anya devata tam tam niyamam astaya prakritya niyata swaya. Unintelligent people whose heart is full of all material desires, they go to demigods, do rituals of demigods, and this they do as per their own nature. Yes, but these fruits are temporary. Antavattu phalam tesham tadbhavati alpamedasam devo devo yajan yanti madbhakta yanti marabi. Only people who are having alpamedasha, a poor fund of knowledge, these people go and worship demigods and they go to their planets, but my devotee worships me. So ultimately Prabhupada says Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavanyaschasmi tattvata tato mam tattvato gyatma vishateta narendram. It's only by bhakti you can understand Krishna. So majorly in the purport, Prabhupada is condemning devotees going to all other different places to look for, oh, maybe Krishna Bhakti is not working, let me go and do this puja, let me go to that path, this path. No. Ananya Bhaktas will be definitely favored. And that's what is proof given in Bhagavad Gita. Ye yatamam prapadyante tam stataiva bhajamyaham mama vartmanu vartante manushya partha sarvasha. So the way you do your bhakti, to that degree I will reciprocate with you. Yes, tam stataiva bhajam. Mama vartmanu. Ultimately everyone is following my path. Even if you look at karma path or worshipping demigod, these are all paths given by me only. But bhaktas are what? They are direct in their approach. These are all paths other than bhakti is all indirect path. Indirect path will only give you pain and it will take a lot of time. It will be painful. Yes. Klesho adhikatarastesham avyakta sakti chetasam. Avyakta hi gatir dukkham dehavad virvapyate. Krishna says in 12.5 Bhagavad Gita. This is going to be klesho adhika. Your pain will increase more by doing indirect path. On the other hand, the direct path is susukam kartum avyayam. Rajavidya rajaguhyam pavitram idamuttamam pratyaksha dharmyam susukam kartum avyayam. This is a blissful path. You will always be happy. You will be blissful. And you will keep sharing the bliss. यही प्रेमेरा अनुरूप न पारे भजिते अतएव ऋणिहय कहे भागवते. Now you see here, what is the speciality with the prema? The Bhagavatam says, the Bhagavat, what it has said, that Krishna cannot properly reciprocate with bhakti in Madhurya Ras. That's the speciality of Madhurya Ras. Therefore, he remains debtor to such devotees. So, Krishna gives a very nice, after he returns to the Ras Leela, to the Rasasthali after having disappeared, then he talks about three classes of people. He said there are three classes of people. One class of people, you serve them and they are not grateful. They are gone cases. Some classes of people, you serve them and they reciprocate. Yes, they serve because they reciprocate. But it comes to all of you, you have served me so much that possibly there is no way I can reciprocate back with you. So I have to give myself to you. That is how Krishna feels obliged. And this is the verse that comes in the Bhagavatam. This is a very famous verse. Na paraheham niravadya samyujam swasadu krityam vibudayushapi va yama bhajan durjaya griha shrinkala samrichya tattva pratiyatu sadhuna. So what is Krishna telling? Krishna is telling, Na parayeham, I am not able to. Can you imagine? Krishna is called Kartum, Akartum, Sarvata Kartum. He can do what you can do, he can do what only he can do, and he can do what you can't imagine also. And such a person is saying it's impossible. Can you imagine? Prabhupada once told, when devotees, he told devotees that Chaitanya Charitamrita every 2 months, one copy of Chaitanya Charitamrita should come. And like this, we have 9 volumes. In 18 months, we'll finish Chaitanya Charitamrita. Devotees said, impossible. Prabhupada said, impossible is word in Fool's Dictionary. Nice statement, no? Impossible is word in Fool's Dictionary. Such kind of amazing statement Prabhupada makes. So, but here Krishna is telling the part, it is impossible for me. Niravadya samyujam. See, why it's impossible? You guys are niravadya. You don't have duplicity in heart. And swasadu krityam, your own activities, vibhudayushapi, even if you get duration of Brahma's life, I will not be able to reciprocate you. With Brahma's life also I cannot reciprocate because your activities, yama bhajan, you have done my bhajan, durjaya, geha shrinkala. You have given up so much, geha, household responsibilities, your dharma. There is another verse in the CC we'll discuss. How gopis are the embodiment of sarvadharman parityajya. They gave up all the other deha dharma, nija karma, deha sukha, parivara, lajja, so many things they gave up just to These were all shrinkalas, they were all chains. But Samriche, you cut those chains and you came to serve me. Yama bhajan, you did my bhajan. You reciprocated with me. Tattva pratiyasu sadhuna. So therefore you be satisfied with your own bhakti. I can't give you anything. I'm not in a position to give you anything. This is how Krishna treats the love of the gopis in Madhurya Ras. Alright, so we'll just sum up today. It was a very blissful experience, at least for me. I don't know how you all felt, Patani. But at least I started this forum for only one reason to read Prabhupada books. At least I will read. If somebody wants to be with me, I am grateful. Right, but it was a very blissful experience for me to be discussing the nectar from the Chaitanya Charitamrita. So we have discussed till shloka number 93. We'll discuss from 94. Quickly summarize. We saw how Ramananda Rai and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the different levels they discussed. He kept saying Eho Bhaya, then he said Eho Haya, then he said Eho Uttama, and finally it comes to Kanta Prem. Yes, they come to that particular stage of discussion. And we understand very wonderfully how the gopis are the topmost devotees. Ramya Kachidupasana. And that's why we have to worship Krishna, chant the holy name in that mood, but we have to develop that. And Prabhupada gives warning, this is all good, but do not become sentimentalists. Do not give up Guru Sadhu Shastra and think. And he mentions about the different Apasampradayas too, to warn us. Baula. There's a question about Baula. What is this Baula? So Baula means what? Actually, Baula is a good word. Bhaktivedanta Thakur has written Baula Geet also. Have you heard this Bavli? Bavli ho gayi kya? Bavri ho gayi kya? They say. Bavla ho gaya. That means have you become mad? So Baula actually is a good word. Baula means you have become mad in Krishna's. That is the goal of life. Yes, that is the whole goal. But here, the Baula people, they pretend to be mad fellows. They behave like mad people. They are not having any bhav. Yes, they don't have any bhava, but they pretenders. They pretend like mad people. They are called as Baula. I did not purposely mention all the others because most of them they are broken now. Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur, but some still are coming. They're coming up, but by Srila Prabhupada's mercy, we are protected. And the only way to protect ourselves and save others is by book distribution and preaching. We preach, then all the other bogus philosophies and deviant paramparas will all be exposed. You just have to bring sunlight. The darkness is gone. There's no other way to fight darkness. There's no other need. I'll just take one question.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
You both decide whose question you want. Fight. Fight. Go to a room, fight, and come back.
Okay, I'll lower.
Both of them lowered. So humble. No, go ahead, Brother Shanli. Go ahead. You get the preference.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Quick one. So you mentioned the four Kumaras never went beyond. However, there is a verse in Bhagavatam that says that they changed from impersonalist once
Yeah.
they got the smell of lotus feet of the
Yes.
Lord. And secondly, so they did go beyond. And then I've heard there is a sampradaya also for the four Kumaras. So what's
Yes.
that about? If you can, I'm just curious, Prabhuji.
Yes, yes, definitely. Four sampradayas, first I'll clarify. The four sampradayas, Rudra Sampradaya, Sri Sampradaya, Kumar Sampradaya, and Brahma Sampradaya. So Kumaras, they are Sampradaya directly. Krishna expansion Sankarshan is there, our Ishtadev. And he is the one who has come. So Nimbarka Swami comes in that parampara, the four Kumaras. So they are bona fide Sampradaya. At the same time, the four Kumaras could only be at Shantarati because they offended Jay and Vijay. There was an offense, they cursed, right? It's see the words that you spoke, Tasya Aravinda Nayanasya Padaravinda Kinjal Kamishra Tulasi Makaranda Vayu Antargataswat Vivare Chaga Sanshobhamacha Aksharajusham Apichittatanvo. So the Aksharajusha, the problem of that impersonal tendencies, that went away completely and they became personalist. But even among personalists, they remained in Shantarati, knowledge and detachment.
Oh, okay.
They
Okay.
could not get any active service to the Lord because they offended the servants of the Lord. So that's a warning for all of us.
So not bhakti even.
No, bhakti, Shuddha bhakti. They are beyond Shuddha bhakti. They are Shuddha Bhaktas, but they
Okay,
don't have any active engagement with Krishna.
got it. Okay. Sorry, one more question related to this, Prabhuji. Shantaras, you said it's knowledge and detachment, but I've also heard that trees and the
They are
they
all
are
in
also in
Shantaras. They
Shantaras.
have knowledge of Krishna's. See, tree has knowledge of Krishna's glory.
Oh,
The tree
okay.
even bows down and gives fruits. It's detached from his fruit. Give fruits to Krishna.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Hare Krishna. अगर आप सब में दम है आधा घंटा और you have time, you can be there. Those who are tired, exhausted, overwhelmed, they can proceed ahead.